Hello everybody, my name is Robert and today we are going to be doing a quick review on UpToDate. UpToDate is a clinical decision online database that is used by physicians, residents, and medical students in order to give quick little bite-sized chunks of information that you're able to read through, whether it's information, it could be a calculator that you may need, it may be for drug interactions that you want to put in together. Whatever it is, it gives you a very, very concise way of looking through all that so that when you're going through the wards, you're going to be able to tell what you need to do when you need to do it. So let's get started and check out UpToDate. So as I mentioned, UpToDate is a web-based clinical decision-making database. It'll give you a bunch of different options, including this calculator up here, as well as drug interactions that you can go in, put in whatever particular drugs you might be thinking about. Perhaps you're dealing with the elderly and want to see if there are some drug interactions that are affecting them. Or you can do what is the most common thing to do on this particular application, and that is go and find the particular disease that you are looking for in order to find out what your treatment path is. Perhaps you want to get an introduction. So here we're going to look at an example. Let's say that you're going to be on the wards as a third-year medical student and you want to look at how to treat heart failure. As you go into this heart failure, you will see a variety of different things that you can check out over here on the left-hand side panel. On top of that, you're able to figure out what you have for pharmaceutical interventions, as well as maybe some more natural things that may have not been front of mind for you. On top of that, you also have different things like tables. Maybe you have milligrams for pharmaceutical drugs that you were considering. All in all, it is a one-stop shop that is a quick reference that it can be made while you're on the wards or when you are in class trying to make up your first clinical decision based off of a case-based presentation. So there are many ways to use UpToDate as a teaching method, but the most common way that we've seen is by preceptors telling us what do we need to do for this patient for them to get better. Not just know what it is, but also be able to provide support for why you're making that decision. UpToDate is excellent for this in order to give those quick snapshots of what you would want to do, and it is widely used by many people. So things that I love about UpToDate, it's very quick. It's something that you can have on your phone. You can quickly update it. It's very much like another app called Hippocrates. You can look up things that have to do with drug information. UpToDate, I do feel, is a little bit more well-rounded in terms of the app, and I think a lot more people use it, especially when we're asking for decisions that need support. The thing that I don't like about UpToDate is that it doesn't have that many natural medicines included in its treatment plans. For that, you're going to have to go to a different database called Natural Medicine Database. The reason for this is that obviously research is very expensive, and in order to do research on natural drugs or natural supplements, you're going to need to spend that money on things that already exist, and the pharmaceutical companies are not going to be thrilled on spending a lot of money on supplements that might be cheaper than those drugs. There are obviously a lot of different problems that happen with the supplement market, so it's really important that we have an increased amount of research that are done on a lot of those supplements, and natural medicine is the closest thing we have for a database that allows us to have those research findings. Another criticism for UpToDate, and a lot of preceptors will say this as well, especially if you're in medical school, is that it lacks the explicit systematic method of identification and analyzing relevant literature. So a lot of this again is compiled every single 4 months. They'll make updates, but it's not going to have this same level as a systematic review that you would find on another website like the Cochrane Library or even Dynamed. So in conclusion, UpToDate is an excellent resource and an excellent clinical database that you can use to make quick references and can be used in conjunction with some other things while you're on the wards. So stay tuned for the next one where we continue to do our quick reviews with medical databases and applications to make your life on the wards easier and your life as a medical student or resident more successful.